Alright, so in this video, I'm just going through a full disassembly and then reassembly back from when I originally swapped in some clear lenses and the clear corners. These headlights are the OEM HIDs, so you'll see me disassembling the OEM ballast and having the OEM projectors. So if you have the halogen housings, it'll be a little bit different since you won't have some of this stuff to deal with. Alright, so what I ended up doing is I painted the front of my cutoff, and since it's got just a little thing here, I was able to just let it sit on a pipe, and I put a heater in front of it just to help it dry a little bit quicker. When you paint the front of this, what it should do is you'll get a reflection from the light coming in, and it'll actually be like a cheap version of a demon eyes, but without having to run an LED into it. But the only thing with these is that then they will they'll only show up the colors at certain angles. They don't look like that color all the time. But I suppose the same thing is true with a demon eye, because it's only going to show up that color when you turn it on, and you can't really drive around with those lights on. So that's the plan. This one's all cured up. Let's get it put back together. Alright, so I actually bought a kit because I thought I was going to kind of retrofit the solenoids that'll allow it to be bi-xenon, but I want to get this done for a show that's actually happening, so I decided to just skip that for now. So on this one, since this lens does have to be modified a little bit to fit in here, we actually have to trim off these two tabs, and then there's actually, can get it to focus here. There's those raised portions, and all of these actually have to get sanded down. So what I'm going to do is just take my sander, we'll trim these tabs off, and then sand them all so that they're flush. And then that way that'll allow us to do the tuning of the lens to get a sharp cutoff. Okay, so here's how I've been testing it. I've just been taking the housing because I have the ballast here. Obviously the car has power, and then I just run a little test rig up here, because then what I can do is shine it on the wall. So yeah, you can see the cutoff. It's barely showing up on there, but we do get basically a color flicker all the way across. It's sharp enough for me. It's way sharper than the stock ones. Unfortunately, I don't have a shot of what the stock ones are. That's what the other side, we can get two of them right next to each other. They look pretty similar. So all I was looking to do is get rid of that Fresnel on there so they don't look so faded. You can see when I shine it a little bit closer, it has a super sharp cutoff line. So looks like this is my second one. So I'm all done after this one. Looks like I can just go ahead and button everything up, and we'll call it good. Alright, there we go. What do you think?
Looks exactly the same.
Clear lens, clear corner.